Okay, just now I was able to push the go live button, so let's see if it'll work for us. The problem is the unit says only 550 kilobits per second instead of 7,000, and it won't climb above that. Now it's 900 kilobits per second. So it's completely stuck at 900 kilobits per second and won't climb beyond that. Okay, that explains why my other cell phone is completely unable to connect to Wi-Fi or the internet. Okay, I'll give it a shout. Let's see if I can. Okay, hope everybody can hear me. I apologize for the late start. We've had a series of glitches here trying to get the show started. Probably it's a lack of Wi-Fi coverage right where we are today. On my cell phone, one of my two phones, I don't have any Wi-Fi or access to internet. So I don't have access to Flight Radar 24. So I'm operating pretty much blind on that. So I won't know what's coming or what's going or what's I'm moving on the airfield. My other phone I'll be using for the chat, so I will be able to stay engaged with you guys as best as I can, but I won't have any idea of what's coming and going. Also, the lack of Wi-Fi here is causing us to, the kilobits per second is very, very low. Usually we're at 7,000 to 8,000 kilobits per second, but right now we're only at 900. So I do apologize in advance if the image quality is poor. So it is what it is. It's beyond our control. There's nothing we can really do about it. And I do apologize that our late delay has caused us. I was hoping to start the show on time, and we missed 3 heavies. We missed Air Canada, Triple, we had Condor, and of course we had the Korean, so all within about 5 minutes. So it is what it is. I plan to be here for the next 3 hours. What time is it now? Well, it's about 12:15 local time here in Vancouver. So I plan to be here until about just after 3 o'clock. Hopefully Lufthansa will be on time. I don't know what time it's going to be in today. So yeah, again, I have no idea what's coming. So I'll have to rely on you guys to tell me what the state of play is. And Westjet landing right now. So yeah, if you're tuning in right now, we're at our usual spot. This is the runway 26 right approach spot here at YVR. This is the Airliners Live show. My name is Henry Tenby, and I'll climb behind the camera to see what comes our way, and I do apologize again for our delay and our technical issues. Par for the course, unfortunately, but we'll just do the best we can. Okay, so we've got something interesting taxing out, so let's have a look what that is. Oh, Sun Country. Yeah, so they've been in here. We've seen them most Saturdays. I suspect that it's cruise season, so this is bringing passengers in for the cruise ships. So I guess it's every Saturday. I mean, it's probably more than every Saturday, and we've seen them several times, I think, with this exact same airplane, or unless they all have that 40 years of flight. They might. It might not be unique to this particular VIN number, which is 831 Sierra Yankee. So yeah, I'm not sure if they've put that on their entire fleet. So we'll just have to see. I want to thank those of you that watched our pop-up show earlier in the week. We were at our new location, which is basically just at the far west end of where I'm standing right now. It's a great location. I actually like it better than this location, and it's, of course, only when aircraft are operating on runway 08. Today's runway 26, so it'd be pretty quiet down on the west end of the field. But yeah, we do have a new location, and hopefully it'll bear fruit for us. And I'm looking forward to presenting it at one of our live shows whenever we can. So we'll just have to play that by ear. And I do see an aircraft landing. Don't know what it is, but I do see landing lights. It looks like a narrow gauge airplane of some type. So let's see who's all here. I'll just scroll back in the chat because I've completely missed that. A330, probably heading to Toronto or Montreal. Looks like he had some condensation coming off the wing there. Oh, it's cloud, actually. It's just low-level cloud. Yeah, so that's either Toronto or Montreal, midday flight. Bog standard A330 departure. And okay, we've got a lander. It's quite hot today. It's the start of a heat wave here in Vancouver. We're expecting a full week of heat wave next week. This looks like Porter, which it is. Embraer 195 in from Toronto. These have been coming in for the last several months, a few times a day. My tripod's gone squeaking. No. Oh, we've got another lander. It's a Q400. I'll bring the camera around. Q400 setting up for, the camera. The tripod's too loose, actually. I'm gonna have to tighten it up here. Yeah, it's just too loose. So I've got sloppy pan, so bear with me here. Bit better. Supporter. As I like to call it, a DC-8. It's a DC-8 71 or 73 with 2 engines. Boiling hot today, as I say, we're mid-20s. It's the start of a heat wave. We're going to be hitting high 30s this coming week here in Vancouver. So that's what's all on the radio right now, is to brace for this pending heat wave. So it'll be severe clear right through to the end of next week, and we're not expected to get any break in the weather until next weekend, I believe. So they're calling for very high humidity, and it will feel like about 30 degrees. No, 30 degrees, close to 40 degrees. It's 30 degrees, almost 30 degrees right now, actually. So yeah, hello mods and rockers. Do we have any punks in the house? Yeah, always good to have the mods and rockers. Thank you, Glenn. Glenn says BA from Gatwick is due in 1 hour and 52 minutes. So call it 2 hours. So we're at 12:20, so around 2:20 British Airways. That's excellent. Thanks for the heads up on that, Glenn. I appreciate that. And what else can I tell you guys? And Glenn's Aviation says the Lufthansa is in 2.5 hours. So that'll be 3 o'clock. So just before we knock the show on its head, at around 3 o'clock is when the Lufthansa will arrive. So that's kind of nice. That's good. I'm happy for that. Hopefully that'll be a good one for us. Beaver taking off in the background on the river. Yeah, Edelweiss livery is very nice. Okay, I do see an airplane landing. Don't know what it is. We'll bring camera around. We'll point a lens at it. As I say, I have no idea what it is, but we'll find out soon. There it is. Looks like a 37. Maybe it's an Airbus. Yeah, it's an Airbus. Is it United Airlines, I wonder? Possibly. No, Continental. Yeah, it's United Airlines or Continental Airlines with United titles. Probably in from San Francisco or Los Angeles. Could be International Airport Houston as well. As you can see, we're well backlit today just because of the full sun situation. I'm under my umbrella. I've got my, he's rolling long. He's doing a wide-body rollout for us. Yeah, he's a runway hog today. Yeah, there he is. It's clear though. I mean, Vancouver Island's looking very close actually. It's actually, what, about 30 kilometers across the water, but it's just looming very impressively in the background. Nice backdrop for us, if I dare say so myself. You can see the heat distortion. Yeah. Now we've got another aircraft setting up on approach. It looks like a Q400 to the naked eye. Yeah, it's a Q400. Maybe I'll bring the camera around for the Q400 arrival. Okay. There it is. Setting up quite nicely. Looks like Westjet. Encore. Nice landing. But I will take this weather over rain any day. Yes, I really do. Our new location's excellent. It's a completely different landing perspective. We're actually close. I think we're closer to the runway than we are at this spot. And it's too bad we didn't know about it when we had the departures from this side, because they would have been absolutely heart-pounding to see the aircraft at close quarters turning on to the active, especially the 747. That would have been really something. And I was out here last Saturday with a friend of mine, or was it Sunday? And we went for a drive, but for a lark. We drove down to the far end towards Iona Beach, and lo and behold, a new spotting location appeared. And wow, I loved it. I just loved it, actually. So, and also you get a much better view of the aircraft departing on the south side as well. So, a full-on view, which we can't have from here because we've got the building blocking the way. So, it definitely has some real good benefits. This new location. Got another aircraft on approach, bit far out though, not as in groovy, but as in some distance from the threshold. Hello, Terry Edwards and Matt Healy and Kevin. Good to see all you guys here, the regular people, all the regulars. Oh, I'm far behind here in the chat. My goodness. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just have a look, see how you guys are doing. Okay, Alaska 175, mention. BA due in 1 hour and 25 minutes, yes, good. Hello, Alice and Heidi and Flying Peacocks. And Anika, hello Anika, welcome to the show. Mark Lewis. Mark says, I'm glad the arrivals are opposite, better show opposite to last week. Wasn't it the same as this one last week? I can't remember. It's all a blur. It's all a blur. But on Monday, I was at the new location, which was the opposite, but it's, in my opinion, better than this. So, different strokes for different folks. So this is the Embraer 175 that you guys were talking about. If it's Alaska Airlines, it's probably in from Seattle. Guessing it is. Nice. Textbook landing. Spoilers are up. Throttle's retarded and bucket's back. Nice. Easy does it. No fuss, no muss. Yeah, it was a nice landing. As you guys can see, when we're under cloudy conditions, the picture quality is better because it's not backlit. It's even light. So, but when we're in full sun, we have this backlit situation, which I do apologize for. Yeah, so the airport facilities building, which, the fire department, all the snow removal equipment and maintenance equipment, that building right there essentially blocks a good portion of the takeoff roll for us. Whereas from the other location, our new location, you can see, have an unobstructed view of the south runway, and even the threshold. With the aircraft from both sides of the runway, north and south, waiting to enter the runway for their departure. So that's nice too. Again, I'm just glancing every few seconds. I glance to the approach just to make sure there's nothing big and ugly setting up on approach and I've missed it. Wouldn't that be a shame if I missed another C5 Galaxy on short finals? It is the Abbotsford Air Show this weekend, by the way, so it's a busy weekend for air traffic control in the area. Yesterday was the first day of the air show, and of course today and tomorrow are the main days. But I think my decision was just to basically stay closer to home, be here at the airport. I just didn't want to battle the heat, the traffic, and very long days under sweltering conditions. So I gave the air show a pass this year. Getting older, so I'm getting more cognizant of my comfort, I guess is what you could say. This is comfortable because I'm standing here. I've got, it's beautiful. I've got the fresh air. I'm under my umbrella, and it doesn't get much better than this. I've got my ice cold water. Super comfortable. So this for me is very hard to beat. And I'm plane spotting with you guys, so chilling with you all. Oh, look what just pushed back. So if we can. Now I can look at the chat a bit, because this can give me a few seconds to take my eyes off the screen and see how you guys are doing. And I'd like to start by first of all thanking Andrew Baird for the £5 donation. Andrew, thank you so much for that. Andrew says, great to be Saturday watching with Henry and YVR on a Saturday. Is this a Super Saturday show? Well, no, I wouldn't. We only have one Super show, and that's the Super Sunday show, which is the Manchester Super Sunday show. So we could call this the. I think I wouldn't call it. I don't want to. I don't want to conflict with the Super Sunday branding in any way, shape, or form. So it's a nice thought, though. It's certainly thanked. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, we'll just call this the Saturday show, the YVR Saturday show. So I guess they're towing this guy to another gate. So again, Andrew, thank you so much for that £5 donation. That's very, very kind of you. I appreciate that. Nothing on approach right now, to the naked eye anyhow. Let's see if I can. Yeah, no, I still don't have Wi-Fi here on my other phone, which is a bit of a pain. That is unfortunate. I wonder if I may turn my other phone off. And yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll turn the other phone on and off to see if that'll allow it to pick up the Wi-Fi. You never know, right? So what's going on here? Let's just have a look. Yeah, I haven't shown you guys a tour of the field yet. Pretty much box standard stuff. Let's have a look at the nosebleeds. Somebody mentioned last week that they saw a Westjet Cargo 37 parked in the nosebleeds. I don't certainly not there today. It's kind of what's that? No, that's we can't see because Iceland Air is blocking that Westjet. So we can't get an ident on the Westjet. See if that's a cargo bird. And what's coming around the corner is a Delta. Embraer. What goes in must come out. So we just had getting my airlines mixed up. That was Horizon or Alaska Airlines. This guy's coming out. Let's see, I'm going to turn my phone number 2 on. See if I can get if the reboot allows it to pick up the Wi-Fi or internet. So. And Kevin O'Dubehain gifted 1 Airliners Live membership. Thank you so much, Kevin. That's very, very kind of you. Awesome. Got a Q400 landing. If I can be quick enough. Yeah, I can. Right there. Setting up. There it is. Double puffs. Spoilers are up. grass level today. I'm not up in the mound, as I said, because there are quite a few people up in the mound. So it's just best if I'm down here at ground level. So the pros are that I'm not standing in a big pile of dirt. My feet aren't all covered in dirt and dust. I'm standing on hard pack and grass, so it's a little bit more civilized. But I am lower. You can see I'm at runway level, so I'm about 30 feet lower to the surface than when I'm filming up on the mound. So some of you might notice that difference. See, we're basically at ground. Well, what are we? About 10 feet above ground here, maybe. Not 30 feet above ground. So there is an airplane setting up on approach. I do see landing lights, but I can't see what it is. Let's see if I can get Wi-Fi. Let's see if I can pick up any form of signal here for us, so I can have if I can have my Flight Radar 24, I'll be able to see what's coming and going and have all the advanced information as to what we can expect. So we're just going to have to see. Nope. Nothing. Dead as a doorknob, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a shame. Now, if Martin is listening, Martin, are you able to send me the passwords, the 2 passwords to our 2 dongles? Because the phone does pick up the 2 dongles, so if I could have one of those passwords, I could get some of that data. At least then I could run my Flight Radar 24. So if you're listening, Martin, if you're able to send that, that would be awesome. We do have a lander. Looks like a jet. Jets are for kids. Oh, maybe that's Martin. I'm just going to film the landing, and I'll see if we're able to get one of these passwords loaded into my number 2 phone. Who's this? United. Also known as United. Probably inbound from San Francisco. 737-800. Gentle breeze here in Vancouver today. Yep. He's rolling long. He's pulling a wide body here. Follow him down to the end. Nothing on approach, so nothing that we're going to be missing by following this guy right to the bitter end. There he is. That's the wide body taxiway off the active, the very last taxiway. No, there isn't. There's one more, of course, the very end. So it's the second to the last taxiway. So let me just check my messages. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Martin's given me some valuable information. I'm going to see if I can action it and gain some access. So just bear with me a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to see if I can do what Andy has suggested. Let's just have a look. Let's just have a look at what we can do here. Bear with me. Let's just see. We might be able to get this. We might be able to resolve my Wi-Fi issue if I can access the dongles, which is what we use to connect to the internet for the stream. So just bear with me. Let's see if I can pull off this dazzling feat of simplicity. Let's have a look here. I'm still with you. Bear with me, guys. I'm still here. Let's see if we can pull this off. Yeah! Yeah! Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to check my phone. I'm able to access our dongle's Wi-Fi. Martin's a lifesaver. I'm hoping this is going to work. Okay, I think we might be back now. I think we might be back. Yeah, we are. Okay, well, we've had more gremlins, as you guys are all aware. While we were dealing with gremlins, of course, another wide body arrived. So I guess they figure if they say, oh, there's a wide body, let's kill the stream. I don't know, but these gremlins haven't been kind to the wide bodies today because we've missed every single wide body arrival today. So this is one of those days where it's been nothing but gremlins. So I don't think we can have expectations for, it's just what it is. We do have these shows where things go sideways, and hopefully that's behind us. But if it isn't, we just know that that's how it is. So we've rebooted the unit, and it's our belief that the reboot will hopefully cure the issues. But again, please don't hold your breath, and don't hold it against us if things do go sideways. It's just totally beyond our control, and streaming is a difficult undertaking. There's a lot of ducks that have to line up. And if any one of the links in the chain becomes deformed in any way, the whole chain will fall apart. So, everything from the tripod to the camera to the batteries to the stream to the hardware to the software to the internet connection. There's a whole bunch of factors that all have to be working perfectly. And if any one of them doesn't, the stream basically falls apart. So we know that, and I think most of you guys that have been watching for some time know that certainly here in Vancouver, we've not been immune to teething issues. So all we can do is just see what happens, play it by ear, take the rolls with the punches, and I'm comfortable. So then so be it. So we do apologize. We're sorry about these teething issues and these problems, but they are kind of par for the course. Certainly here in Canada, where things are not as efficient and well organized as they are in the UK. So out here in the colonies, we're definitely backwards, certainly when it comes to Wi-Fi, internet, cellular phone networks, etc. So it's just how it is. So we have an arrival. I can't really see what it is because I don't have access to Flight Radar 24, but all I can tell you is it's a jet airplane. So let's have a look. It looks like an Air Canada Max to my eyes there. Setting up for approach. Touchdown here on runway 26 right. Background, another one they're dragging around to a new gate, of course. unfortunate that... See, because I've only got one phone now, I don't have my second phone. It's connected to the internet. I can't access Flight Radar 24 and the chat both at the same time. It's either one or the other. So I've got the chat open on my cell phone so I can see what you guys are saying, and when things are a little bit quiet, I can chime in. So we've got a pushback here, heavy, pushing off the gate. Air Canada Dreamliner, possibly headed to, I don't know, it's an international flight. It's pushing off from the international gates, so it's not domestic. Could be going anywhere. Could be going to Zurich, Seoul, Hong Kong, Frankfurt, London. No, I don't think it's London. London is later departure, actually. And we've got another aircraft landing now on approach. I'll bring the camera around. I'll have to see what this is. Looks like an Airbus of some nature. Oh no, it's a 737. Is that American Airlines? Possibly American Airlines. Should I go tight? Let's have a look. Rolling long. We'll go back to the Air Canada that's starting engines right now. Dreamliner. There it is. Okay. So hello, Mark Davies from Chicago. And Matt Smith says this is going to Seoul. There you go, Seoul, Korea. That's another. That would have been a good guess of mine. And Glenn, thanks for the heads up that the British Airways is due in 45 minutes from now. Yeah, that was right, Keith. Yeah, Narita, Seoul. Exactly. Starting engines nicely. Well, I'm glad Miss Glamour says it is runway therapy. I mean, that's all it really needs to be, right? Despite the technical glitches, as long as you're just relaxed, enjoying the show. We see what we see, right? Not every show do we get everything. Sometimes we get exceptionally lucky, and we get non-stop heavies and lots of fabulous stuff, and sometimes it's quieter. So that's what makes it interesting, right? You never know. But hopefully we've done from the admin side, we've done a reboot of the system. So hopefully that will clear any of the bugs that were the cause of our startup teething issues. So we'll just play it by ear, see how it goes. I can maybe bring on the house radio. Too much heat distortion. Yeah, I'll have to pull it back just because of the heat. I wonder if our wireless issues are because of I'm at ground level, it's a hot day, and I'm wondering if that has to do with the poor Wi-Fi. Being 30 feet above higher might be better than being down here at ground level, but don't have any choice in the matter on that. $37, looks like. Westjet. Battery's at 39%. Hanging in there. This must be the Air Canada Heavy Flight 63. Right there. That must be it. No. Gotta be it right there. So Keith says 44 minutes to the next heavy, and then there'll be a few after that. Well, good. I mean, I'm happy to hear that, Keith. Thank you for letting me know. It's good to know. And Glenn's Aviation Love says that Edelweiss A340 will be in 1 hour and 45 minutes. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate that as well. Thanks for keeping us all in the loop. That's great. And Keith is watching from Edmonton. Excellent. Hi, Keith. Always nice to have fellow Canadians in the house. That's great. So thank you for tuning in. Andrew Baird says he's starving but doesn't want to miss the action. Well, I wish I could just bring in some action here. Nothing is on approach, so maybe why don't you go grab something to eat now, Andrew? I'll put my mug on camera, and it'll give you a chance to get some food into your system, and I can just sit here and chat with everybody for a few minutes. Okay, I'm here. Hey, everybody. So I've got my phone, so I've got the chat. So if you guys have any questions, this is a good time to ask. We can have a chit-chat. Good way to pass the time. Oh, of course, forgot to turn off the radio. Better. So yeah, I'm just looking around. It's quiet at the moment. So again, if you're hungry or if you need to use the facilities, this is the time to sneak that break in. As I say, beautiful day here in Vancouver. We're starting a heat wave. The weather forecast is for increasing heat buildup all through next week, higher than normal temperatures. It'll be feeling with the humidity, it'll be feeling like high 30s. So, and it's going to be lasting right through until next Friday. This is what they're forecasting. Today and tomorrow is the start of this building heat. So as you can see, I've got my layers on, I've got my hat, I'm underneath an umbrella, so I'm very comfortable here. I've got my ice water, which is great. So super comfortable here. And yeah, so feeling good. We have Ritesh Kumar joining us from India. Thank you, Ritesh. Thanks for joining our show. Hope all is well. You're doing well in India. And Loopy says we have an Air Canada A319 inbound from Edmonton. Okay, I've got visual reference. I see him. So I'll go behind the camera here in a second, and we'll follow it in, and then I'll again put Mug back on camera, and you guys can take pot shots and fire questions, etc. So let's get this aircraft into frame. There it is. You can see it right there. Gently gliding to Earth. Bits and pieces out. Nice. Nicely done. I don't see any other landing lights at the moment. Spoilers up quite a bit. He must be testing their metal. Lots of insects you can see buzzing about. Encamped here. I guess he's going to the other side. Nothing else on the approach. So back for one-on-one time. Back for some one-on-one time, guys. Oh, I hear something. Okay, something's taxiing and I see a Q400, so stand by one. Here we are. A321 taxiing. American Airlines. Stretch. The battery's at 31%. Q400 on approach. Thank goodness for the umbrella. Okay, let's get the Q400. I've got another aircraft on approach here. Okay, I can't tell what it is. Maybe a CRJ. Yeah, I'm going to call it as a CRJ. So it must be Air Canada Jazz. CRJ. Yeah, thank you very much, Whoopi. It's a CRJ 900. Inbound from Regina. That's right. Yes, nice and relaxing. It is. It is. Just a quiet Saturday to be out at the airport here. Vancouver. Just one after another. It seems so easy, doesn't it? Okay, so here's the CR. Here's from one RJ to another. This is now a British Aerospace RJ. On approach, I'll film it. Summit Aviation. Nice. Whisper liner, or the jet powered by 4 vacuum cleaners. Spoilers are still up. There we go. Now they're stored. To see what it is. All right, there we go. Looks like a 37. Yeah, I'll call it a 37. My guess is Westjet. Yeah, it's Westjet. That was a nice braking job. Definitely. Spoilers are up too. Let's have a close-up look at them. is up quite a bit. Quite a distance from the runway. Got another aircraft on approach. It's a jet. I'll bring the camera around. 23% on the battery. So just to let you guys know, we're getting close. Citation. We're getting close to the point where we change the battery. So this is another 37. Looks like Westjet. Yeah, it's Air Canada maybe. Looks like a Max. Looks like an Air Canada Max. Or Flare. It's Flare. We got another lander. There we go. It's getting a little bit busier for us, which is nice. It's very nice. What's this? It's kind of exciting not knowing what's coming in. Westjet? No, United. He's going long. To the end almost. Saving the money for the brake repairs by not using them. Which I guess is okay. Trade-off. What you don't spend in brakes, you spend in fuel, I guess. 6 of one, 1/2 dozen of the other, maybe. Maybe the gate's not ready. Hard to say. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Lovely day here in Vancouver. Beautiful summer day. Mid-20s, gentle breeze. Okay. Don't see anything else at the moment. Nothing on the approach, according to my eyesight. 19% on the battery, so maybe after this Boeing has finished its taxiing, we can do the battery change. 18%. Hard to believe how things have changed in the last 40 years at this airport. Well, at every airport. Okay, there's an airplane coming in. It's a Q400. So, I think I'm going to do a battery change right now. Let's do the battery change just because it's a good time to do that. Well, you know what? I will do a countdown for the battery change. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll be back as quick as I can in a few seconds here. Hang on a second, folks, and we'll get this battery change done right away. That's okay. We sacrificed this Q400, which wasn't a big sacrifice for our battery change. Okay, we've got another airplane on approach. Looks like it might be a bit large airplane. Let's have a look. Hello, Matt Sykes. Matt was out an afternoon in Manchester. Trains were mental. So many cancellations. I guess you guys were having bad weather? You were train spotting. Excuse me. No, this is looks like an Airbus of some type. British Airways at 30,000 feet. Tony Rivers is heading to bed. Have a good night, Tony. Thanks for watching. Oh, this is an Embraer. Continental Airlines, or also known as United Airlines. United Express, actually. Baby Embraer. Oh, Air France pushing back. Nice. That happened without us even noticing. Wow, they've completely disconnected there, actually. It's remarkable. Puff of smoke. I just saw the puff of smoke. So they're starting engines. Let's listen to the radios. I always like to hear the Air France pilots if we're not too late. Thank you, Terry. Is there a fellow standing or a ground tech? Yeah, there's a ground tech right there. Right under the gear. Looks like he's about ready to climb into the... about to become a stowaway. I think that's what it says. Heading to Charles de Gaulle Airport, Paris. Seems to be almost an everyday flight. I'm glad EGPX, Eggpeck, says it's better than Saturday Night TV. Well, it's not better than the two Ronnies or Monty Python. but it might be better than what's on right at this particular moment. Yeah. Yeah, heading to Charles de Gaulle Airport. Looking good, A350. I like the Air France color scheme, very elegant. Très chic. Classy. It's kind of like a French perfect look to it.
The altimeter 153019, taxiing via Juliet Alpha, Juliet, Kilo, Victor, Foxtrot, Hotel. Skywest 5278, can you maybe see better than I can? Is there somebody parked on 78? Yeah, currently 78 again.
So that was the readback from Air France. Slowly moving. Double heavies.
That was 332, I think you ready to push? Yeah, ready to push. That was 332 on down, push your discretion. Push discretion, 7 344 contact ground 1217.
Busy. It's busy on the field. Just the way we like it. Wow. Nice and busy. It's awesome. We're hitting our stride. Took a while. But we got there. Definitely got there, guys. Heavies ballet. Exactly. It is a heavies ballet. Very well synchronized. Or it's a heavy synchronized swim. So Glenn's Aviation is giving a heads up that British Airways Gatwick arrival is 18 minutes out, and they're passing through 15,000 feet. Thank you, Glenn. Yeah, it would be the Ministry of Silly Landings, yeah. There's a dead bishop out there on the apron. That's not a dead bishop. Yeah. You know what? I think you guys know all the words too. Some busy times here at YVR. Busy. busy. And we've got a MAX taxiing out here right before our eyes. Sounds like somebody's having to wait for a gate. It's congested, I think, over in the US gate area right now. So Westjet's coming in, I guess. Cleared to land. Thank you, Loopy. We've got a Flare Max 8 in from Toronto. And Rich F is joining us from Minneapolis. Hey, thanks for joining the show, Rich. We just had one of your local airplanes here. We had a Sun Country 37. Probably heading your way. I'm sure it's heading your way. It was about an hour ago. Blubber houses. Ooh, that's looking heavy. A330. Yeah, we've got heavy inbound. It's definitely heavy. I'm pulling cameras around, making an executive decision to put heavy metal on the screen at this point. There it is. Oh, it's not heavy metal. Well, it's light metal. This is a 37. Looked like a heavy to the naked eyes. This is the flare that one of you had mentioned. Thank you. It's finally presented itself. Nicely. Got another aircraft on approach, so no rest. We'll bring the camera right around to capture our next arrival. Another, it looks like a Max. Maximilian. Did Flare get rid of their green noses? Well, there's two different Flare liveries. There's the old livery. There's the new livery. So I guess the old livery has what you're referring to. The new livery, which we just saw, does not.
Okay, the 308, you're behind the second 737, taxi via Delta 7. Delta 7 behind the second 737, Air Canada 308. Yep, gotcha, Just 293 ground, runway 26, left, altimeter 3019er, taxi via Lima, Juliet, Hotel Delta 7, Russian jet blast behind the Airbus 330.
800? Is that a 900? 800. OCD. That's the registration of the airplane.
Ground American 1719, push gate 74, X34, we have 1719, United push right behind you. I don't believe there's room, so stand by and I will call you back.
Busy times. Busy times. Another airplane far off in the distance on approach. I can see it with the naked eyes.
As you can see, I've got opposite direction traffic on the bypass and company ahead off 78 in your way. You can typically know that United in your Canada. Air Canada 556. Roger.
Can't tell. I think it's probably a narrow body setting up on approach here. Well, Glenn says Lufties 747, 49 minutes out. Does Westjet have 900s? Good question. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm going to go with no on that. Good luck, Susie B, with your plans for next week. Okay, let's bring the camera around here to our approach. Looking good. New colors on the Westjet, Max. Nice and slow. Lots of insects, flying critters. Oh, there's a heavy. This might be our first heavy of the show. I think it is. I think it's our first heavy of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here's another approach for us. Looks like a 37. There it is. Looking good. Is that a flare? Maybe. It is. Lots of flares today, if I dare say so. Another aircraft on approach. We are being rewarded, actually, I think, by the streaming gods. Oh, what's that? It's a narrow body, narrow gauge airplane. Nice and narrow. Exactly, Agpex. It's a procession of 37s. I agree. Martin, thanks for the heads up that the picture quality is good, because we did have some teething problems out of the gate today, and we did some reboots and anyhow, I'm glad to hear that we've got good picture quality. Thank you so much for saying that. Appreciate that. That's wonderful that we've got good picture quality. Whoops. It's Butterfingers. We're back in our stride. Aeromexico. Yeah, nice. Mexico City arrival. There's our flare, right abeam us here, almost. Okay, big airplane on approach, I think. I wonder if it's our BA. Let's go grab it. Yeah. I think this is BA. Nice. That was great. That was good. That was nice stuff. Best of the British. Top-notch landing. Our first heavy landing of the day. None other than British Airways, which was fantastic. And here's our Aeronaves de Mexico, aka Aero Mexico in 2023. Always nice to see our Mexican friends here in Vancouver. Looking nice with their beautiful color scheme. Might be going horseshoe. Yeah. He's going south side. or horseshoe. Yeah, usually he comes this way, but for whatever reason he's decided to go to a different location. Let's go follow our British Airways, our beautiful British Airways 777. Right there. I believe inbound from Gatwick. Sorry guys, I've just got, is there a bishop on the landing on the brain right now? Looking good. British Airways looking beautiful. Airways right now, just because it's more interesting and it's British, and most of you guys watching right now are British, so it has to take priority. And they're dragging the Iceland Air. They'll be bringing it before us here shortly. Nice and busy. You're in transit. Lumbering giant. Oh, I thought that was British Airways. Here's British Airways going into the horseshoe. No winglets, correct. It's an old school 777. Here's our Iceland Air 757 being towed to its gate. Bog standard scheme. But it looks good. One of the better color schemes in the house. Second to British Airways. Nothing on approach right now. See, I took my eyes off this for 1 second and it went out of frame. approach right this moment. But another hour to go to Lufthansa. The radio's super busy here. As you guys can hear. No rest for the wicked. Yeah, long flight to Reykjavik in a narrow body 757. It's kind of like the Loft Leader Icelandic, an homage to that, right? The Icelanders use the classic equipment they always have. It's been in their genes since the 50s, 60s. Loftwater Icelandic, you know, they had their CL-44s, DC-6s, and Stretch 8s. Oh, definitely old school. Thank you, Glenn. Glenn's Aviation Love says that Lufthansa is only 35 minutes away. Good news. Sue asks if I've ever been to Reykjavik. No, I've never been to Iceland. I'd love to go. It's on our list of places to visit, but I've just never been able to make it. But I will get there one day for sure. One of these decades. Love to go. That would be a great place to do some plane spotting. I've got an aircraft on approach here. We'll bring the camera around. It looks like a CRJ.
Just 273 after the company dash 8 taxi via Lima.
There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a CRJ if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a CRJ for sure.
273 Roger. Company RJ on, just waiting for gate 39. Hello, 766 Just 766 ground. Taxi via Victor. Runway 31 Delta 7. Victor 31 Delta 7. Airbus 3321 Able and Delta 5 departure 10,400. Airbus 3321 Able, taxi via Delta 5. Actor 1719, full short of Delta 5.
Nice and slow. Easy does it. Jal's ready to push. I guess they'll be coming up on the radios here any second. There they go. The journey to Japan has started. Oh yeah. 767 300 ER with winglets. Pushing back for Narita Airport.
We'll taxi in back in behind the Westjet undertow there. So taxi Juliet Hotel Golf. Apron at your discretion. That tow will be moving. You can full circle, Kima. Hotel Golf.
So Glenn's Aviation says, yeah, 30 minutes away for Lufty. I believe JAL just has the one flight a day from here to Narita. There are no other JAL flights into Vancouver. So this is it. This is the only service.
Ground runway 26 left, altimeter is 3019er. And taxi via Lima, Juliet, Hotel Delta, Delta 7. There's 191 company dash 8 of the XCV in front of any other,
And this is the only scheduled 767 service into Vancouver, actually.
Address 31, this company, RJ, just holding short of feet. Okay, after company, forget 191, after company goes hold, we're good to go. Address 191, affirmative. Thank you. 26010, the land runway 26 right. Clear to land, 6 right, 180.
Somebody's cleared to land. I didn't hear the call sign, though. Yeah, I guess the reason why there aren't, I mean, Air Canada operates a daily service to Narita, and Air Canada also has a daily, daily service from Vancouver to Osaka. Of course, there's Air Canada daily from Toronto to Narita, and I think Osaka as well. So there's plenty of capacity between Canada and Japan, and of course Canada is just tiny compared to the United States, so there's so much capacity between the US West Coast and Tokyo on numerous airlines, and of course we've got ANA. We've got the daily ANA Dreamliner service from Vancouver to Tokyo, so there's only so much demand between Canada and Japan. The bulk of the business or the traffic is, of course, from the United States to Japan. Canada's an afterthought, really, compared to the United States when it comes to Japan trans-Pacific passenger volumes. I mean, it was the Americans that, of course, opened up that market after World War II with Northwest Airlines in particular. So yeah, it's primarily a U.S. Phenomena, the mass travel, boom between Japan and North America. It would be to the United States, not so much to Canada.
Westjet 2, contact ground 121 decimal, correction 127.15.
Wait for Japan taxi. There's a man in the landing gear right now, I think. Yeah.
Canada 566 ground, taxi by Victor, runway 31, Delta 7. Alright, Victor, runway 31, Delta 7, Air Canada 5.
Another aircraft on approach. Could be a Q400. It looks like a small airplane. Small and pequeño. See if I can find it. Yeah, Q400. It's a baby aircraft. That's it.
Jet Alpha, Hotel Juliet, 3019 now.
That's it. The read back. There, Japan's moving. They're on their own power. He got it wrong. That's Korean Airlines that got it wrong. Very busy on the radio today. Very busy. Wow. Winglets. You guys were mentioning they're 11 feet tall. Here's the ballet, the Boeing ballet. Boeing ballet. Oh, I've got a bug. My camera has attracted a bug. As in the insect variety. Stand by. No, it's okay. It's buzzing off now. It's a hornet or a wasp. It's come to investigate, but there's nothing here that it wants. Yeah. Well, thank you, Loopy. 7:37 inbound from Denver. I've got my eyes peeled. And Glenn's Aviation Love says that Edelweiss A340 is 40 minutes out. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate all your help because I'm operating with a handicap. I've got one arm tied behind my back because I don't have my flight arrival and departure info. I don't have Flight Radar 24 because my secondary phone can't get Wi-Fi. Can't get a signal. So it's a paperweight. So special call out for Glenn's aviation love for being a rock star and helping us so nicely with the show today.
Mike Victor, hold short of Hotel United 1816. Okay, the town line is at 34, 7 Canada, 6 o'clock. 24 heavy
Seriously backlit there. The wind's picked up, as you can see from the weather vane there.
Yeah, 642, you're 3 to 1 there, so please stand by.
Okay, I might have a heavy on approach. Could be Lufty. It's a heavy, but it's not Lufty. Let's see who that is.
Is that Air Canada 110 ready for taxi? Canada 110, runway 26 left, altimeter 3019, taxi to Charlie. Kilo.
See if it can focus.
Short, hotel. Right, 3019, left, Juliet.
Ah. Nope. Can't go full zoom in.
Zero traffic, it's a company Dreamliner, but the taxi outbound behind you. Enable push your expression. Dreamliner, push your expression.
No.
Right, taxi by Echo Delta, Delta 1904 ground push back at your discretion. There is a corner push to the star box on 42. Canada 110, got a nice shortcut for you. Now taxi to
This is Air New Zealand, I think. I'll call it as Air New Zealand.
Canada 642, okay, the Dreamliner's just passing behind you now. Push back at your discretion. Company on 44 wants to push on to Juliet Charlie as well. Can you perhaps go to a northwest? Yeah, okay, for sure. Then we'll come to a contact. Enter Canada 220, company's going to push off 45 before you start that push. They're going to go over the northwest. Delta 7, give way to the United 737.
Bound from Auckland, New Zealand. Light's nice too. bugs. There are bugs, but they're not Wardison Bay bugs. It's for the our Australian friends will know what I'm talking about. To gate 66. Get their kicks at route 66. Wind. Some wind here. Definitely. Picked up a bit. Okay, so Gary P says that Lufthansa is now estimated at 2:27, which is 10 minutes from now. Good. And Loopy says the approach is clear, so we've got about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So maybe I'll, again, try putting Mug on camera. See if I can put Mug on camera. If I put Mug on camera, let's just... We've got 10 minutes. So, let's have a look here. Okay. Happy faces. So far things are doing well. Yeah. Nice day. Calm day. We've had a nice burst of activity. This is Airliners Live. This is the Vancouver show. We're at runway 26 right. Operations today for landing. Our usual spot. And, well, something landing, but it's a little bit ways out. So, what can I say? What can I say? How's everybody doing? I'm doing well. Looking forward to Lufthansa, which is always a major crowd pleaser and star performer of our show, the Lufthansa 747-400 Classic. And I'd like to thank our moderators for helping out. So all of you guys, thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. A million thank yous. Yeah, very much appreciate all the help. Thank you, Loopy. And what else can we see here? Visual separation. Okay, so Loopy says that this is a Westjet Saab coming in right now from Cassidy Airport, Nanaimo. I'll see if I can climb behind camera to put it onto screen for us, because we've got a little bit of time. I think I can. If I can find it. No, I lost it. No. Not a big loss. our JAL. Hours from now, those lucky devils will be in the Ginza. Well, maybe 12. 10 or 11 hours they'll be in the Ginza. Lucky devils. Eating at their favorite rotation sushi. Okay, Beach 1900 has just presented. So, let's see. Logan Air had Saabs, okay. So, Gary P says Lufthansa is now kind of coming towards us, which is good, which is great. Fraser Bridge, 3 minutes. And turning finals, excellent. Yes, Red Eye, I miss my sushi. I miss my rotation sushi in Japan. There's a great all-you-can-eat. It's not what am I saying? It's not all-you-can-eat. It's a rotation sushi place called Sushiro. It's like the McDonald's of Japan, but it's sushi. Love it, love it. Just too bad they don't have them here in Canada. If I spoke Japanese, I'd open up a franchise. I mean, it's just wonderful. Oh my goodness. Duncan says, have I missed the British Airways flight? Well, you've missed the Gatwick arrival, the 777, which came in about 15 or 20 minutes ago. I suspect there might be a second flight from Heathrow arriving in a few hours. So you'd have to check the arrivals board for that. And but I don't think we'll be here for that arrival. So yeah, the beeping you're hearing is the radar interference. There's a VOR beacon rotating, and that beep, beep, beep. That's navigational equipment here on the airport. That's causing electrical interference, and unfortunately, that's not something we can fix. So we have to like it or lump it. You can take your pick. Do they have Tim Hortons in Japan? No, they don't. I've never seen one. I shouldn't say no, they don't. The correct answer is I've never seen one. I mean, could be something that they could consider. But I'd be much happier with the Sushiro here in Canada. They'd make a packet of money from me single-handedly. And Irod Mac is joining us from Chile. Hi, nice to see you here, Irod Mac. Thanks for joining our show. And Chris Flynn says, hi Henry, would I be right in thinking that plane spotting is not as popular in Canada as the UK? Correct. I mean, it's getting more so. Definitely. Oh, I see the Lufthansa. I see the Lufthansa. Yes, it's getting more popular, but it's nothing like the UK. Nothing like the UK. There is our Lufthansa, looking beautiful, I must say. Impressive. We've waited for that, but we've got one more heavy. We got one more heavy. Another heavy in the house.
Canada 118, runway 26 left, altimeter 3019, taxi Juliet Bravo. Juliet, good short Lima. Contact ground 121.7 on Juliet.
Fabulous heavy action. Magnificent.